somebody else on top. I can't see that. Anyway, guys, a slight difference tonight because unfortunately down in the basement where I usually do my live vlogs, I've got no power down there. The power went off this afternoon, so I'm up in my lounge at the moment. I've got my doggy over there who's limping over. He's like, no, you can't come up here, Bonnie. So I got, right guys, I'm using my iPad, so I don't even know if it's working properly. So if you can say, you can hear me, Thomas is just saying evening. Yeah, so if you can hear me guys, that would be fantastic. Now the other problem I've got as well, if you do ask a question, I'll not really be able to read it properly because the comments will only come up for like 10 seconds or so. So you just have to bear with me because the weather here in the moment is a bit like, so Ian's saying, yep, sounds quiet, Sean. I'm in, mate. Hang on. Let's see if I can put up my volume a minute. Maybe it's because I'm quite a distance away. I don't know. Pardon? Right. Yes, I can hear you okay. Okay, so maybe the sound's not going to be brilliant, and the picture probably not going to be brilliant as well because it's coming off my iPad. But anyway, it's Sunday night. It's the 2nd, I know that, it's the 2nd of March. And if you didn't know, if you're coming over to Spain, guys, this week, bring your wellies and your umbrella because we got a week of rain. And we've had 2 days of it. And this morning when I went down in the basement, I thought I'd better check for any leaks. And in Jan's storage area, there was water on the floor. So I thought, oh God, I've got a leak. So sorted it out, but then I could hear a dripping sound. Now Jan's got 2 floors in the basement, and on the 2nd floor there was a leak. So what it was doing, it was coming through the ceiling somehow. Anyway, thankfully found out the problem. What it was, when we had some work done a couple of years ago, the builders had moved our downpipe and made a hole. And even though we've had rain since then, obviously because at the moment it's just continuously raining, it was coming down through the hole into Jan's top room. Anyway, but it's obviously got onto the electrics down in the basement. So I've had to come up here. So a little bit different. I've got it all over the counts. Anyway, so there's the 25, there's the 25 lucky people that's going to get the free sticker. And here it is, wherever that camera is on there. I think that camera is on the side there. Anyway, that's what you're going to get, guys. I'll do that later on. I can hear you, but the sound is lower than normal. Yeah, you just going to have to put up this. You just have to put up the sound, guys, because I can't do nothing about it. It's just way from the. I mean, I could stand there like this. It's because I'm from a distance, I suppose. So what I thought I'd try and do, you just got to bear me with the sound, guys. There's nothing I can do about it. So in tonight's questions, got quite a few to get through. Like I said before, anything you put up now, guys, I'm not going to see it for more than a couple of seconds. You're clear enough. Top man. Okay, so the first question I got was from Steve. According to the change of management system notifications, it states that there are sectors A, B, sorry, I've got a cough now. Good evening, Yogi. Now, there's sectors A, B, C, D, and F. Where is F, and where is it proposed to be? Also, where are the proposed sector E? I know what he's on about. I did a video on Welcome to Campo C. So if you check out that video, guys, I did a last year. Hey, top man Yogi, I can see that one. Cup of tea and a load of Kit Kats on that. Or even might even get our breakfast out of that. Yeah. if you watch, I did a series of videos last year, AB's, welcome to A, but you know, and I did one on C, and I actually did sector E. Now sector F never materialised apparently. I don't know where that was. There was going to expand Campo even further. Phil, hey, top man, well done. I've got some papers here, haven't I? Hang on. So, I mean, it's just so unorganised because when I'm in the basement, I can. Don't forget the thumbs up because that all helps. I've got 20. I've got 51 in the house and I've got 21 likes. So, top people. So anyway, getting back onto sector F. Now, sector F, believe it or not, is a sector, but it's obviously nothing built on it. Oh God! It could be the. I've got the fire on in here at the moment, but I can't see what. Anyway, on sector C at the back there, you see a hill, and that is sector. That's sector E. And apparently that was sold in auction 3 or 4 years ago. Some crafty person bought it for €100. That is the minimal fee that you have to do for an auction. So somebody owns sector E, and to be honest, if they ever do build on there, because it's high up, it's going to have some fantastic views. But at the moment, it's not even fenced off. So whoever does own it's got to pay quite a bit out to get it all fenced off, and then it has to go through planning if it goes through that stage. But at the moment, it's just never going to happen. So there is such a thing as sector E. Well, hang on, I've got that mixed up, haven't I? Or have I? Anyway, whatever. What's that video I just said on welcome to sector C? And I'll explain it a lot more in there. Right, so Kev, hi Sean, just a little question. Looking at all your exploring videos you have done, what are your favourite places of interest in the Murcia region? I've done quite a lot of videos really. So my best place that I like going to, and it's only just down the road, about 10-minute drive away, is Mazarrón Mines. And I've done numerous videos on Mazarrón Mines since I've been here. I go down there a lot to do my droning, and I would imagine with all the rain we've got now, that the red pools there will be coming up really good. But at the moment it's a little bit tricky because it's like a dirt track. The mud here is like clay, very dangerous. So I think by end of Thursday or Friday, the rain will be gone. But yeah, I like Mazarrón Mines. Another one I call Badlands. It's actually called Badlands. There's quite a few dotted around Spain called Badlands. It's just the lay of the ground, as I call it. It's up near Gibus, just the other side of Alhama de Murcia. It's a big lake there. It's a turquoise lake, but the landscape is just like Mazarrón Mines. It's like a bit like Mars. Amazing. And the other one, obviously, is the Guns of Cartagena. Now, a lot of people, when I first got here, I called it the Mazarrón Guns, but apparently it's because it's in Cartagena region. It's the Guns of Cartagena. Stephen, Matt, I'll just hang on a minute. I'm just going to have a quick slurp of tea. Right now, Steve and Mandy's daughter went up there the other day, and she did say that the entrances that because at one time you could actually go under the guns and actually get into them really. Well, they sounds like they fenced them all off, which is a bit of a pain. But I would imagine, knowing the Spanish, they'd probably break. There'd be another way of getting in. But at the moment, they've all been all been putting these metal doors up to stop people getting in there. You know, health and safety, that's what it's all about, isn't it? But the actual place is amazing. We've got amazing views looking over towards Cartagena. Is it easy to get a drone license, says Tony? It's the same if you're applying for a drone license in the UK. What it is, it's not a license as such. It's you have to register your drone. Now, obviously, depending on the size of the drone, there's plenty of sites out there. Check out my Sean the Drone channel. I've done a few videos on how to apply for your registration. But obviously, if you're coming out to Spain, you're going to have to register your drone in the EU. Obviously, in the UK, you have to register your drone. It's a bit of a palaver. And as Yogi just said, the A1, A3. So what it is, you just register your drone. If you got the Mini Pro or the Mini 2, because it's under 250 grams, you just need to be registered. But anything heavier than that, if you get a bigger drone, then you have to take another test, which is the A1, A3. Now, I think there's a Belgium site that you can go on to, and it's free. I don't think it costs much. And what it is, you're just sitting through like 3 hours of videos and information. Yeah, I mean, you have to go onto the ASSSA site for the Spanish one. The Lobster's popped in there. and he's in your Mexican Spanish. So, right. Anyway, getting back to what Kev was asking me about my favourite areas, and obviously, as I mentioned before about the Guns of Cartagena, and then we're going on to the towns. I love Cartagena, a lot of Roman history there. You got the big arena, you got the harbour, you got all the forts, and then you got the smaller towns. Obviously, Mazarrón, you know, this is just down the road for me anyway. Got a lot of history. There's a few museums there. You can walk around it. Lots to see. Then you can pop down into the port. And then you got Toltana, which is just like a road about, I don't know, 15-minute drive, say. And Hammer de Murcia. Typical Spanish towns, markets. I think markets like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Just at the moment, unfortunately, Toltana is going through a bit of flooding at the moment. I think over the next couple of days in this area we're going to get a lot of flooding. If this rain carries on the way it's going, we're going to get a lot of flooding going on. And also the other one is the beaches. We've got loads of beaches. All, you know, I think we're talking about a 30-minute drive down to the beaches from here. Bolhuevo, the port beaches. They all got names. They call them Player and whatever it's going to be in that area. I mean, it's a lovely area, I must say. So, done, Kevs. How we doing? We've got, hang on, I'll put my phone somewhere. Oh yeah, I just want to thank Rob the other day, because Rob, I think we was talking about events. I think there was somebody last week, he came over to stay on the Condado. I think he might be still here. And he was asking about anything worth seeing. Well, unfortunately, everything's been cancelled at the moment because of the rain. But the app, and I believe it covers all areas, and it's a free app. It's called Hello Events. And if I just click on it now, let me see what I can come up with. Continue. It's in English, but it tells you what's in the area. Now, obviously, at the moment, there's not a lot on. We got one here, St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. So that's called Hello Events. Yeah. And it's free. And I'm presuming you can get it on Android as well. I got an iOS phone. Yeah. Rob, you're top man for that, because I was looking around what's going on in that. But if you click on that app, wherever you are, guys, it'll tell you in your area where to go. How is Bonnie Dog doing after the op? She's over there. She's in a, yeah, she's doing, she's all right. To be honest, she's not 100%, but she's back to what I class as normal. She's still on the medication. I think we've got another couple of weeks, and we've got to take her down to the vets again just for another check, probably another X-ray. I was just reading Peter's thing there. Top up on the vitamin D's. That's right. Can you download that app in? I think so, Ian. Give it a go. I mean, Rob just told me to download that app. I mean, it's in English, so I would imagine it's all over the place. Obviously, it finds out where you are when you log into it. But I would imagine, yeah, wherever you are in the world. Oh, okay. So if we're talking like Australia, I don't know, but yeah, give it a go. But obviously here in Spain, that's so handy. I couldn't believe it. Plus when it's free. So we got another one here from Steve. This is now he's asking, is there a bus that calls at Campo and goes to Murcia City rather than us hopping on to going down into the port? No. I'm not on about. We have got a bus service on Campo. It's on A. It's just opposite the new hospital. There's no timetable. You got a proper bus stop. You got a little seat. You got a canopy, all out of glass. But nothing. No timetable. All I know is that there's a bus usually every half hour. Every half hour, and it usually goes down into Mazarrón, on into the port. And I believe if you get off of the bus into the port, then there'll be another bus, as Steve was mentioning, that will take you to Murcia. Now I'm not too sure about the other way. I'm not too sure if you can catch a bus from Campo to Toltana, because if you remember, I did a video during the COVID period, and I was going to see if we could catch a train from Toltana to Alicante Airport. And that was going back, Top Man Des, that's going back quite a few years really. Anyway, gets to Toltana train station, the lady was there doing the tickets, and then she says, oh yeah, by the way, the train's cancelled now for 5 years. They're upgrading the line mainly because they're going to put in the high speed line eventually, and she said it won't be open for another 5 years. Well, at the moment we've probably got another 2 years left. They're going to be building a new high speed train station at the Alhama de Murcia town. Toltana is going to be on the main track. Anyway, so they put on a bus service for you, which would have been the train. So we caught the bus into Murcia. When we got to Murcia, there was a train running. I think there was 2 trains running to Alicante. If we had caught them, we never would have got to the airport, because once you get to Alicante, there's no link up from the train station to the airport. You have to catch a coach. So we got as far as Murcia. So we're just going to have to wait a couple more years. But unfortunately, on that trip, caught COVID again. So I haven't done that for a long time. Yeah. So, but I know there's supposed to be a bus service running through Campo. I think it goes through the country club, Condado, and that other Hacienda de Alimo, and that goes up to obviously Murcia International Airport, and I think you can catch links from I call it Corvera Airport, but it's the Murcia International Airport. I think you can catch coaches from there into Murcia and Cartagena, but I'm not too sure about this coach that runs through Campo at the moment, because it's the winter time and they don't have a lot of flights going into Corvera this time of year. It's only during the summertime it gets really busy, and I think that's when that thing. But I will put up posts on my Facebook, Expat, letting people know when that comes into full systems. So, how we doing? How we doing? Yep, right. We're still all right. I haven't done the free sticker Sunday pick yet. So Anybody coming in now? I've got 33 in the house. I've got, oh no, sorry, I've got 39 in the house. I've got 33 likes. So let's do another one. Oh yeah, now Jim was asking, can you drink the tap water locally? Yes, you can. You can. I mean, I'll make me a cup of tea with the tap water, but I'll be honest, I don't drink it out the tap because it's got a bit of a tang to it. I mean, it's supposed to be fine. There's no problems with it. I prefer drinking bottled water. What was interesting when we had Craig saying free umbrella Sunday. Yeah, I think umbrellas is a big must at the moment. What was interesting when Bonnie went in to have her sort of X-ray when they come up that she had this kidney stone. It does sound like it might have been the water that's caused that, because I think the water here is hard water. Anyway, we're waiting for the results coming back. So at the moment, we're actually giving Bonnie now bottled water now. But you know, you can drink the water, yes. Right. I've got one here from Victor Gracias. No, maybe not. No. Victor, that's it. Coming over on Sunday. Oh, Simple Minds. Yeah, I did hear he's about still and he's doing a bit of singing. Right, Victor was saying, oh yeah, will the Three Amigos ever come back? Where are the other two people now? Good one, that. The Three Amigos, if you remember watching the videos, that was Harvey and Steve. Well, if you didn't know, Steve runs the tech shop now with Mandy, so he can't do the Amiga. Oh, Bengal Bert's come in. Hey, top man there, thank you very much. Nice cup of coffee with some buns to eat there. Thank you, Bengal Bert. I know you're real now. Just can't remember it at the moment. But top man, thank you very much, sir. Yeah. Now I do go out with Harvey every now and again. Harvey's likes going out on his bike. No, I'm not into bikes. I'm too old for that. Even though I know there are people older than me that go on bikes, but it's not for me, bikes. I'd rather go around in a car. But I'd still go out with Harvey. I mean, I still go out with Steve, but it's only at weekends really, because Steve obviously has to work during the week. Yeah, so, but no, unfortunately, the Three Amigos won't be coming back. But we're still in touch with each other. That's the main thing. Right, Andy. Right, he's asking, how much do you pay in housing council tax equivalent in your region? Okay, now I'm not, obviously he's talking about the IBI tax, which is like our council tax back in the UK. Nothing, not on the same scale as the UK prices. Now I think it goes on obviously the type of property you got. So if you got an apartment, you're probably talking about probably about 250. And this is for the year, not monthly. This is for the year. Now we got a big plot, and we pay it in one payment. You can pay it in two payments. We pay about €500 a year, which I think is pretty good. Obviously that pays for our, if I'm right in thinking, it pays for the rubbish and obviously what's it, street lights. Even though looking out my window and we're in a public road, we got no street lights on, but hey, €500 a year, I can't complain to that. We don't pay no here on Campo, can't say the whole of Campo, but most of Campo doesn't pay a community charge. There are certain areas on Campo where they pay a community charge. So all we pay really is that 500 for me and the wife, and that, obviously that's for both of us, which I think, you know. And to be, the other, not weird but interesting thing, we've been paying that same figure ever since we've been here. So we're looking up to our 10th year now, and we're still paying just under €500 a year, which can't be bad. I was just reading Alan's thing there. That's what I mean. The questions on the iPad only come up for about 3 seconds, whereas if I was doing it on the computer, if people that's coming in now at the moment, I can today when I went down in the basement, first we had a bit of a leak problem. There was a hole in the wall and it was letting in water, which hopefully I've resolved it. I've got to sort it out during the week when it stops raining. But what it's done is it's hit the electric down below, which then's put out my computer, so I can't do nothing on my computer now. So I'm up here in my lounge on my iPad. So just to let people know that it's just popped in now, because I know people do. Yeah. So where we get to? We've got Andy. He's asked about that. Oh yeah, going back to that IBI tax thing, as I said, it's done by direct debit as well. I believe if you don't want to do direct debit, you can just go down to the town hall. And I suppose the other thing is, if you've got a digital signature, you can do it over that. So that's that. That's that not done. So next question is from Reese. What is the best pub on Campo? I'm sure I had that question before. I'm not a pub person myself, but to be honest, they're all pretty good from what I hear. I mean, we got across the road here, we got Cats, and we got Towels, that's on A. And then if you go over to B, obviously that's the other main area, you got the Black Ball, you've got Murphy's, new Irish pub just opened up, and then you got the one next to it that I can't remember now, and then you've got one across from it, Tails, is it? And then you got I'm sure I missed out. There is another one. I can't. Oh yeah, you got the sports bar. Yeah. Oh, and Ali Pally's. Sorry. I mean, as far as I know, they're all pretty good. Obviously, the main thing that I think most people enjoy when they come over it's a lot cheaper, isn't it? The beer is a lot cheaper. I'm not a beer drinker. I'm a cup of tea man myself. And coffee. Oh yeah, just to remind people, because when you're doing the free stick, I know there's been a few people saying, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. If you want to go for the free sticker Sunday, you should, and I know some of you don't get it, but you should get a notification. So when you ring the bell, you should get a notification. But also, just thinking about that, because I've got 40 in the house. No, I've got 44 in the house and I've got 40 likes. But hey, don't forget the thumbs up. That's what I say. But no, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the picking of the 30s. No, I've got, let's get this right. I'm going to pick, so in there you got 25 of you. Up for grabs as the free sticker Sunday. Last week it was Mick and Kath. Now, I think Mick and Kath now, they're living in a camper van at the moment. They're, I think they were in Gibraltar, but I'm not 100%. Oh, that's it. Rudy's, yeah. Now that one you just said then, that's been taken over and it's now called Murphy's. So anyway, I haven't got no drum roll. I haven't got no noise and stuff. I'm just going to pick a name out of here. I can't see who it is. I'm just going to go diddly diddly dum. Right, got one. So who is it? I'll let you lot see it first. I can't see that. So who is it? Oh, it's Neil. Neil Kettle. Oh God. Coughing away tonight. So Neil Kettle, if you get hold of me, because obviously going to need your real name. It probably is your real name, but also your address, and then I'll send this off into the post. The best way to get hold of me is if you go through my Instagram account, obviously Expat and Mazarrón. most people messenger me through that. So Neil, I'll put this up again later on. Yeah, top man. Sticker on the way. So that's that done. Where do we get to? Okay. Another drone one. No, it's not in the drone channel. Where is my sticker, says Yogi. Yogi, hang in there. There's always next Sunday. I think the Sunday after that, you're going to be here. Yeah, Phil's asking a drone question. I'll ask you. Do you like the DJI Flip? Yes, he says. No, don't like it. I mean, I like it in a sense. I love the way it opens out into, obviously, the drone. A lot of people think, what the hell is he on about? But as the drone itself, no, I don't like it. I've had it over a month now. It don't do what it's supposed to do on the can, as they say. DJI, I think they were just filling time, really, because there's going to be quite a few more drones coming out this year. And the Flip, I think, was a bit of a gimmick, really. But, hey-ho, you can't have everything. I didn't tell the wife straight away, but she knows I did buy it. I said to her, that's it, no more drones until next month, maybe. So, Ethan, any update regarding the council taking over a campus cell? Good question, that, Ethan. So last year, January last year, the council, at long last, had decided to take on campus cell. They've accepted it. It's only taken them 20 years, but as they've taken over campus cell, they have to go through the formalities, and we all have to have a letter, and we have to sign for it. And it's obviously, it's like 4 pages, all in Spanish, and it's all googly thing. It's all to do with the process. Not everybody obviously will get a letter, because obviously a lot of people got holiday homes there. A lot of people probably weren't there when they first started handing them out. They actually went door to door at first on the hay, and then that went pants. And I think now, what they're doing now, they've got a couple of people in on CompuServe, and I think they're in there twice a week. And they're on to see at the moment. Now, there was a news article done last November where they actually spoke to the mayor, and the mayor said, yeah, everything's on progress. Everything will be done by Christmas of last year. No. They've only just started on C. D's got the largest sector. They all seem to think by July, everybody will have, it's just an offering really, will have the letter. And once that letter has been done, then they can start the work. Now, I did hear the work could take another 15 years, because obviously the next one they've got to do is to call in surveyors and other officials because they're going to try and finish off most of the stuff. They won't get it all done, obviously, because there won't be enough money, but there's a lot of things that they've got to sort. Especially the other major one is the roads. We've got loads of potholes about, no street lighting, some roads not even finished. Got to sort them out. They've been banging on about, obviously, well, this has been going on about the community of owners. So this is a bit like a community charge. I can't see that happening. Once you live here in Spain, you start to realise things are done very slowly. So, like you said, they might do some sort of gesture this year one of the major things they still haven't sorted out yet is the green waste areas. So each sector on Campus Hill has an area where we can dump our green waste, because no other place will take it. Well, they haven't done that for over a year now. That this is building up and up. There's been no talk about that. So, Ethan, I think a lot of people have been hanging on for the hopes that they're going to get things sorted. But until all those letters are done, now like I said, hopefully by July that'll be done. I can't see it until the end of the year really. But But yeah, just it's just the way things are here in Spain. You know, you just got to accept it. That's all we can do, really. Um, so Simon, next question. How are we doing for time? Oh, all right. Well, doing well. Halfway through now. I've got. I don't know why I got the coughs tonight. I'm not dying. I'm fully healthy. But I just got the coughs tonight. Right, questions for the future. You should reference electricity. What do you pay per kilo hour? What is there a standing charge as in the UK, and is there IVA on top? Yes, yes. I mean, I was gonna. I got it down in the basement, and I'm not going out in that weather. I'll just get soaked. I've already got. I mean, I can't believe the amount of times I've gone in and out that door and got soaked. Even poor old Bonnie was getting fed up with it. Um, yeah, the electric bill is obviously very similar to the UK. Yes, you got standing charges. You got. I think there's some sort of insurance on there. So say your fridge packs up or something, as long as it's in good nick, it's apparently covered from what I hear. There's obviously VAT or IVA on top of that now. Since the Ukraine war, the Spanish government had dropped the VAT or the IVA, but at the beginning of this year, they put the IVA back on, and a lot of people thought that there was a spike in the prices, but it was because they've added the tax back onto it. And obviously, some people that don't use a lot of electricity notice there was a bit of a jump. And I know some people that got holiday homes here. I think they said their bills were still €60 a month, and they're not using nothing. I mean, I would imagine they've probably got a fridge on or something, but they're not using any power. Now, all I can say is you've got to check your bill first, and then compare it online. That's all I can say. Compare it online. There are other comparison sites here in Spain. I don't use them. I just use the main Spanish electricity company, which is Ilobrella. I've used them all the time. When we first got here, we was paying every 2 months, and then I think within about 2 years, for some reason, they decided to do it monthly. And funny enough, the bill stayed virtually the same, but we was paying 2 months. Now we're paying it monthly. And then I think we're talking. Oh yeah, just after COVID, we was paying quite a bit because some of our friends' bills were a lot cheaper than ours. So we thought we'll go down and take out a new contract, not realising when we did it a month later, the Ukraine war kicked off. Now here in Spain, the power stations are run by gas. Now they've got a deal with Algeria, because I think it used to be a Spanish state, didn't it? Anyway, once the war kicked off, the price of gas just shot up. Now, from what I've been hearing lately, Spain's been getting their gas from Russia. Oh God. Yeah. Anyway, thankfully, oh yeah, going back to that. Anyway, so we changed the contract, and our bill 2 summers ago was like triple. And when we looked into it, we was paying a gas tax on top of our electric. We ain't got gas, but when we looked into it, it's because of this power station thing. So, and it's what it said was any new contracts taken out have to pay this gas tax. Anyway, thankfully, we don't pay that gas tax anymore now because that's gone down in price. And they're buying Russian gas now anyway. But what we did do, we went down to the Ilobrella office in the port, not far from the tourist information office. Only a little place in the back of store of a electricity shop. We met a lovely lady in there, and she put us on the cheapest tariff. Now, don't ask me what the kilo thing is because I don't know. I'm not into all that stuff. It's just over my head. But she said we're on the cheapest one. She was right because our bills now have been averaging about €80 a month. Now, I'm not complaining. Quite happy. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, will it get solar? Which I've talked about so many times now. Rob's just saying, whatever that is. Is that cheap, Rob, or is that standard? I've lost it now. Oh yeah. What to me? Because I'm going to be 70 this year, and if I would have to take out a bank loan to put it on solar, and I just wouldn't get it back. So I'm quite happy to pay the electricity. But people that's got the money, I would get it. I did do a video a while back on solar. I forgot his name now. He asked me to come round to his house on B. He's got his. Oh, it is cheap. That's good to know, Rob. Where are you sitting? So I'm sitting in my lounge, Yogi. If you didn't listen to it at the beginning, I explained the reason why I'm up in the lounge is because I've got no power downstairs because the water went onto the electrics. You're not in your office now. I'm not. I'm in the lounge with a nice fire. Hopefully, I'll be back in my office next week. I'm sure I will be, but at the moment with this rain, it's just nuts. 2 days of it. It's just like being back in the UK. Right, where do I get to? So, yeah, anyway. I put on there, Simon, I would show you a bill, but it's downstairs. We're not doing it now. I'll make a note of it. I'll try and show it next week. Right, Cheryl's asking, can you collect what interesting places from family and friends where to take children over the Easter holidays? Now this is where I showed you at the beginning, the people that popped in. Now Rob said to me, Cheryl, if you're watching now, Cheryl, I'm just going to have a quick slurp of my tea a minute. Rob said to me, there's an app out there, and it's called Hello Events. Okay, and it shows in the local area what's going on. And you can see there I got St. Patrick's Day, so obviously that's coming up very soon. Well, so that's on the Sunday, the 16th of March. It just goes through. I mean, it's amazing, and I think Ian tried it as well in his area back in the UK. It comes up with events in your area. Obviously, it picks up your signal wherever you are, and it's free. And I'll just make sure. Yeah, it's called Hello Events. It's that one. Yeah, so that will tell you, especially in time for Easter as well, what's going on, because at the moment, obviously, this weekend was supposed to be the Mazarrón Carnival. They've got the fun fair down there. Well, that's been a bit of a washout. I think it was all cancelled. I believe Gillis was putting on a weekend event. I believe they've just had a massive flood down there. That's been cancelled. But I mean, obviously, Easter's a few more weeks off yet. But I think that app, and I've got to thank Rob again for that. That's amazing. So, Cheryl, check out that app. Right, British Modified. Now, he's a guy, he might be going back this weekend. He's pretty... you did have some sunny days, but this following week now, it's just rain all week. Where is a nice... Yeah, he's probably going back now, and he's asking where for a nice evening meal near you. Doesn't matter what type of food, as long as it's nice. And I'll be honest, if you go on the campus, Piccolo's on B, it's opposite the Vets. I think it's called Happy Vets. Very good in there, but and I'll tell you why it's so good. You can't just walk in there. If you can, you're bloody lucky. If you have to book it. It's always busy. But the meals in there, it's all done. It's not too expensive. The food's nice. And it's just the layout is nice. And then if you go down into the port, there's a Chinese restaurant called Yahoo. they've got a few places dotted around now. They've got one in Cartagena as well now. But Yahoo is another nice place. You can have the menu del Dio, or you can have a set menu, whatever. Really nice in there, and that's a good price. Another one, also in the port, Pekin 5, off me head. There's an Indian restaurant. I can't even think of the name of it. That's pretty nice. I think the Grand Monday is another place. It's a Chinese buffet place where you go in and you pay a set price and you can stuff your face, have stuff cooked freshly for you. Yeah. But I expect you've gone back to the UK now. But it's always next time, isn't it, when you come out next time? Okay. So I've got a question here from John. Good question, John. Does Campo have charging places? Now, obviously, he's on about electric. No. And to be quite honest, there's not many places around the area that got charging places. I mean, I think the shopping area down in the port has got some at the end there, if they're working properly. But other than that, all I know, there is I don't know what the app is, but there is an app that will tell you where the charging points are. From what I've seen around Campo, most people just stick out an extension cable out of their window and plug it into their car. Now, to be officially, there should be charging points dotted around, but Spain's not really into it. I've seen a few electric cars about, but to be honest, Spain's not really into it. I think the biggest cities are, yeah, they're all hopped up for it. I've seen some of the motorway places have got charging points, but around there, you need to bring a spare set of batteries. Right, how are we doing now? Coming up to my knocking off time soon. Mike, Mick, Sean, in general, on Campo, are the various sectors okay about putting privacy screens on your walls, or was there strict rules? Okay, so I know what he's on about. Now, I think in Spain there is a rule about how high all walls should be. I think all new properties have walls like 2 foot high. Obviously, nobody sticks with that. You find a lot of the walls around Campo are well over 6 foot. Yeah, our walls, you know, like you said, it's privacy. But what I will say, if you're in an area that's on Campo, you got like Monsoras, and they got their community. They pay community charges, and anybody that doesn't ask the neighbour, everybody gets together and said you can't do that. But I would have said, obviously, you would just ask your neighbour, would you mind if we put our brick wall up, whatever. I haven't seen, you know, I haven't heard nothing about people objecting to putting up walls and whatever. I mean, obviously, some people are going to moan, aren't they? The big blocking out the light. And I suppose if they went to the town hall, they could do something about it, because officially, I think the walls are supposed to be 2 foot high. But nearly all the walls that I've seen around Campo are well over 6 foot. So I wouldn't say that there's regulations on it, other than just asking your neighbour, would you mind? And I would say most of them wouldn't mind it. Everybody likes having their own privacy, admittedly. So that's that one done, Mick. Right, so I've done that page. Oh yeah, just before we get near the end of this, I'm just going to say, if for those coming in later on, Mick has won the free sticker today. I haven't done the ones today because, like I said, I've had a power cut down in the basement. But Neil Kettle has won tonight's free sticker Sunday sticker. Like I said before, Neil, if you're coming in now, all I need is your name and address. If that's your real name, that's great. But I need your address, obviously, so I can send off the sticker. And the way you get in contact with me, best is to go onto my Instagram account. Most people contact me through that. Obviously, Expat and Mazarrón. And you can message me on that. So you don't have to put it up on here, whatever. Right. So, all right, I've only got one question then. Right, guys, to say it now, I need questions because if I don't have any questions, I won't have nothing to speak about next Sunday. So, this is the last question. It's from Martin, and that'll take me up to 10 o'clock then. And he's saying, since moving to live in Spain 9 years ago, have you noticed a sufficient change in the climate weather? And if you, what would you say is the most noticeable difference that you've experienced? Okay, so when we moved there back in 2006, we moved there in 2015, but it was at Christmas time. But in 2016 Christmas time, it snowed here, only for one day, and that hadn't snowed here for about 20 years, so that was unusual. And then for the next couple of years after that, we had, we didn't have gutter freeze, but we had severe thunderstorms and heavy rain. And then for the past couple of years, we've had hardly anything, except this week. We've had 2 days of rain continuous, and looking at it, we're carrying on that until Thursday. But have I noticed any change? Not really. I don't think so personally. I think once you start to live here in Spain, you're acclimatised to the weather here. I mean, it does get hot, obviously, in the summertime, but I don't think it's no hotter than every other time I've been here. I think as long as you shut yourself away in the shade and on about, put the aircon on and the fans on, you can cope with it. In the winter time, I do feel the cold. I mean, that's why we put in the wood burner, just to give us that extra heat. We got central heating, but I wouldn't say, you know, they're not really cold winters, really. No, I just can't see it. I think what makes it worse is every time you read the news now, everything's in red, you know, they're climatising you to, oh, the weather's more severe now. But I don't think it is personally. I mean, obviously, last year, Valencia had that really bad gutter freeze. I mean, the other thing here in Spain, you will find a lot of places don't have gutters. So when it rains, as long as it can wash away back into the rivers, that's great. But you find a lot of the ditches and that haven't been cleaned out, a bit like in the UK, innit? And it starts to flood, and that causes major problems. And obviously here, when we get these really heavy rains, now they've got a new name now. I've always been used to gutter freeze, and this is where they say what it is a cloud just falls out the sky. So it doesn't matter where you are in Spain, on top of a hill, in a valley, you just get completely flooded. You know, it happens within 10 minutes sort of thing, and then it just washes away and it's gone. But anything in its way, you know, this is what happened in Valencia. So many people died. It just completely wrecked the place. We do get this, but they brought out a new name, and I just can't think of that new name at the moment. So, yeah, they have saying that the reservoirs in the areas, especially down south, are going down a lot more. But I think personally that's because they're building a lot more new places, and like anything, the infrastructure's not being updated. So more housing, and they're not updating the reservoirs. So obviously the reservoirs are used pumping out more water. I know in the south they've been starting again pushing the summertime restrictions on filling up your pools and things like that. But here, thankfully, we're all right. We got two we got two of these sea plants that change the seawater into drinking water. Yeah, that's it. Dana. What? I don't know what that. Why? I mean, I suppose it sounds bad, doesn't it? Gutter freeze sounds a bit terrifying, but a Dana. Yeah, just so annoying. Well, they changed names. So that's it then. I've got no more questions. I didn't see anything on there, I don't think, tonight. Yeah. So and a good night. Now, hopefully next week, next Sunday, I'll be back in my basement and I have all the stuff around me. But here, it's all over the seat at the moment. So if there's any more questions, I've got a couple, I've got a couple more minutes left. God, I don't know what it is with the coughing. That's better. I needed that. Okay, I'm going to see what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish it off now then. I want to thank everybody popping in tonight, guys. Most appreciated. Sorry about the sound. I think what it is, because I'm sat away from the iPad, the sound's probably not that clear. I'm not even sure about the picture really. I don't think the camera on the iPad's that brilliant. But hey ho, I'll catch you next Sunday. So remember, guys, if you want the free sticker, you have to be waiting Sunday morning when I go live for 5 minutes, and in that live thing you put free sticker Sunday down. Anyway, top people, Des, Al, Philip, Bengal, Bert, you're all top people. I'll catch you next Sunday. Adios amigos.